Hello, it's so nice to be with you. One of the Labour government's first moves has been to shake up the countryside with a ban on killing badgers. A cull was introduced in Somerset and Gloucestershire a decade ago and has spread across England. Its purpose was to reduce TB in cows, but Labour will phase out the killings over 5 years. That, say protesters, is simply too long. Here's Jules Heim.
Their question to the government is why wait? Campaigners argue that the cull is ineffective and inhumane, and better control measures already exist.
If you compare England to Wales, Wales hasn't badger culled and TB's come down at the same rate as in England. So it shows that badger culling doesn't work.
We have the solution to dealing with this insidious disease. It's cattle testing, it's biosecurity. It's been proven to work, and it's been proven to work in other parts of the world.
There is and has long been debate about almost every single aspect of the badger cull. How accurate are the tests on cattle? How prevalent is the disease in the badger population? Somerset here and across the West is a high-risk area, and farmers will tell you that it continues to impact their herds. But campaigners say that the badger is a protected species in the UK, and it's one that we are paying contractors over £100 million a year to kill. In the West's 4 main cull areas, almost 15,000 badgers have been removed in the past 4 years alone, almost all of them shot. In Somerset, veterinary surgeon Keith Cutler has been dealing with infectious disease in cattle for over 30 years. An advisor on policy panels, he says that badgers are involved, but they're not the only TB risk.
We have a problem with endemic infection that remains undisclosed in many cattle herds because perhaps of the poor performance of the test or our testing regimes. The best estimates of sensitivity are 80%. Most estimates will be around 50%. Some will be as low as 20%. So that test may be missing 1 in 5, perhaps even 4 in 5 infected cows.
And if a vaccine were introduced right now, testing would be even less effective in spotting infections, something the NFU is already warning about.
Significant elements of the government's proposed TB strategy are still being researched and are not yet deployable at scale. They must not overlook the contribution of the tried, tested and successful disease control model.
And that means continued culling. But in Somerset, where more badgers have been killed than anywhere else in the West, wildlife groups say that controlling bovine TB should start and end with cows.
What we need to be concentrating on is helping the farmers to eradicate TB in their herds by better testing, more accurate testing, and a cattle vaccine.
Across Somerset and the West, the cull will continue until an effective and viable alternative is approved by government. Jules Heim, BBC Points West.